Hi. Okay, I'm about ready to do something crazy ass. First, I got to tell you a little bit of a backstory so you can understand why I'm here and why I'm doing this. I am sitting in my parking spot of a job that I fucking hated for, I don't know, 17 years of my life, something like that. Okay. I parked here every day and I went into this place that made me feel so miserable. This is why I am so freaking passionate about helping others get out of something that they hate, of that is not serving them. Get out of your comfort zone. Start to live a better life, okay? But I've got to share this with you. So a couple weeks ago, when I was still in Palm Springs, I was out walking and I get my inspirational divine downloads. And something told me while I was in Washington State that I needed to go back into this grocery store that I spent so many years of my life working in, and I need to do a live stream, and I need to share my reason why, because really this is my driving passion behind just about everything that I share with you guys, everything that I create for you, whether it's a free offer, a paid offer, a group, whatever it is. This is my reason why. I escaped this life that I hated, that was detrimental to me. And I've gone on to build a beautiful life. And it just keeps getting better all the time. Okay? This morning, I sent payments to my team that were more than I used to make at this place in a whole month of working 5 or 6 days a week, punching a clock in and out, 10 o'clock to 7 o'clock every day, physically working retail, working things that took a toll on my body, a huge toll on my spirit. I didn't leave in those early years because I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have anybody telling me that I could escape. The people that I was around and hung out with, for the most part, the boyfriend or the husband or whatever that I was with, they were all of this same trading hours for dollars mentality. They didn't know that there was more to life than showing up every day and punching a clock. And they would criticize the dreamers, like, how dare I think that I could do something else? When I was in my early 20s, a couple years after I'd been working here, I started to get different ideas. I ran across a magazine called The Rob Report, and I saw that there was like private islands and yachts and jets and gorgeous jewelry that costs more than I made in a year. And I started realizing that there was all these luxury items available in the world. And of course, the people that I worked with, if I even dared mention anything like that, they would poo-poo it in a second. Oh, why would you ever think you could have something like that, Odessa? Blah, blah, blah. You guys have been there, I'm sure. You know what I'm talking about. The dream stealers out there are so toxic. They're so incredibly toxic, especially for a young, impressionable person like I was. And I was just stuck. I was stuck until finally, in about 1998, I think, I decided to go after one of my dreams. I applied to the Art Institute of Seattle, and I was accepted into the fashion design course. And I continued to work here and go to school for, I think it was about 2.5 years it took me. And I would work and go to school every day. I commuted from Tacoma to Seattle. I worked full time. I went to school full time. I still managed to graduate with honors. I think I had like a 3.96 GPA. I was so freaking determined. So determined. But even after that, I didn't completely go after my dreams. I didn't move to Paris or New York and become like a famous designer. I was already like 30 years old, and I was so afraid to start at the ground floor somewhere and be treated like I was in this place. Like belittled and put down and made to feel stupid and worthless and not good enough. And so I started my own company. And that's a whole nother story. I'll write a blog about that sometime. But my point is, it took me many, 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 many years to finally break free. And I can't honestly remember the year that I left this store. I came here in early 1991. I had started working with Safeway in 1990 at another store. I was going to college. I was just a young college student. I had big dreams at the time of maybe being a lawyer, anything that made money. Coming from my background, all I wanted to do was make money. I wanted to have nice things. I didn't want to go without. I didn't want to be like I'd been growing up, not having a phone in the house, not always having a bathroom, not always having utilities, not having the clothes that I wanted, not getting a car when I was 16 because nobody in my family could buy me one, and I had to go to work and work for that. So I ended up coming to this store in about 1991. I was hired as a seafood department manager, and minimum wage bounced up for me back then. I think I was making like maybe $5 an hour or something at the first store that I was working at. And then I came up here and I quickly got raised to like, I don't know, $10 or $11 an hour. And then I think a little bit up from there. And boy, did I think I was doing good. And so I quit going to college. And I just thought, I'm just going to work for a little while and just get some stuff that I want. And so I got, credit cards, and I got furniture, and I got a car, new car, whatever it was. And I just worked myself deeper and deeper in debt. And that's just part of why I thought that I couldn't leave this place. I thought that I had to just keep working. It's like I'd get more stuff, but then I'd have to keep working more. And I just want to tell you guys, I know somebody out there needs to hear this, and maybe is somewhere where I was back then. And I just want to be the voice to tell you, you don't have to stay in a situation you hate. There's always a way out. There's always something else. Whether you just want to get another job or start your own business, you can tap into your passions. Excuse me. Don't let anybody ever tell you can't. And if you're sensitive and you feel like you could easily be persuaded one way or another, don't talk to the dream stealers. Don't talk to these negative people. Okay? It can just be detrimental for your fragile state of mind while you're toughening yourself up, while you're building a stronger mindset. Okay? So I'm going to do something right now. You guys are going to come with me, and I'm going to walk through this store. I left this store, I want to guess, 2003, 4, maybe something like that. I got out of here, and I spent a few more years with Safeway until 2007, but I had moved into another position. I was actually a floral manager, and I actually had a little bit of fun doing that. But still, I was so capped at an income that would never, ever, ever get me close to what I wanted or where I wanted to be. So I still had to escape that. Plus, I'm just not somebody that was ever geared to punch a clock. I've been an entrepreneur since I was a little girl, selling artwork to my parents' friends or anybody with a pulse. And so I was never meant to be caged like I was here for so many years. But I have felt for a long time like I need to make peace with this. I still have nightmares about this place, and I haven't set foot in this door. Maybe you could tell I'm a little nervous, but you guys are going to come with me and you're going to support me through this. And I just know by me doing this, I'm not only going to heal myself and those nightmares of the stupid seafood counter and all that shit that happened back there are going to go away for me, but I'm also touching somebody out there. Somebody needs to know that there's a better life out there for you too, okay? You don't have to stay caged in somewhere. You don't have to do something that you hate. Absolutely not. Okay, so make sure this car is shut off. I've got this new Mercedes SUV that I'm still figuring out how it drives and works and everything. It has a little mind of its own. We drove this up from Palm Springs. And for those of you that are going, Odessa, what the hell, you're in Washington and I haven't seen you. This was a very last minute trip. Remember, we are in a pandemic. I came here mostly to see family, and I'm very sad that I have to leave so soon, but I have to get back to my life in Palm Springs. I have things that need my attention, but I'll be back soon, and I'll get together with more people. So hang on while I get a drink of water and put my mask on, and then we'll take a little walk together through this store that I haven't been in years. I'm sure most of the people that were total assholes to me a long time ago aren't even here anymore. They're probably, oops, I lost you in my pink tutu. Are you guys still there? Okay. Hope you didn't see anything down there you weren't supposed to. Okay. Getting my mask on. Masked up. This will be so nice when we don't have to do this anymore, won't it? Okay, guys, I've got... Yeah, maybe I'm making a little bit of a spectacle of myself, but fuck it. I don't care. So, I've got pink tutu power. I don't know if you guys can see the sun shining here, so I don't know if you can see, but I've got my pink tutu and my favorite tennis shoes on. And we're gonna take a nice little walk. Now, why is my car not cooperating? I think I have to start it and stop it again. Hold, please. Okay. There we go. Okay. Yes, I had to park in my old parking spot. I used to get an hour lunch break, and I'd come out and I'd get in my car here and I'd eat my little lunch and take a nap. I like to just sit in my car because I like to be left alone and have a little bit of peace of mind. Sometimes I do a little bit of reading. A positive thinking book. I started getting those when I was in my 20s. Started working on changing my mindset back then, and it's probably how I was able to actually get out of this godforsaken place. So, here we go. I haven't been in here for so long. I'm sure it's been remodeled and things aren't even what they used to be. But it still felt like a prison cell to me for that many years. I can't believe all of the beautiful days that I missed when I was stuck in the back of the store in my little seafood department. You guys with me? You guys feeling this? Oh, those are pretty. I still like looking at the flowers. Okay. Here we go. I feel like I'm in disguise here. That's probably a good thing, right? don't really need to run into people that I used to know. But like I said, they're probably all gone anyway. Okay. This is so different in here. But I'm going to walk through this produce department here. That on the far wall over there used to be where all the deli meats were. Once in a while I'd have to help out the meat department. I remember stocking hot dogs and crap like that over on that wall. Oh my gosh, now this is a pharmacy. So this little area, this little pharmacy area here is where my seafood department was. I had a great big long case. Long time ago, I used to have to dump big buckets of ice in there and then set up my fresh seafood every day. And years and years and years ago, where this juice cooler is right here, I had a live lobster tank. I used to have to get in here and dig out live lobsters for people. Isn't that crazy? I can't even hardly believe it. But this little area right here is what consumed about 15 years of my life or so. And now I'm standing here in my pink tutu, completely free spirit, complete entrepreneur, self-made, badass woman, rocking her mask here. Seriously though, rocking my life because I made a decision. I built up my value, my worthiness. I decided that I didn't have to put up with this shit anymore, that I could escape from this place. And you guys, I'm not trying to bash having a job. It's not that. It's like there's always people that have to work retail, that have to, work jobs like this, and they're okay with it. I think I probably worked with people that were okay with their job. I'm not putting that down, but I'm saying as an entrepreneurial spirit, you're not meant to be stuck. You're not meant to be stuck inside of a building for 8 or 9 or 10 hours a day. It's not something that you have to do or need to do. You can do it for a short time to get yourself to another position or build up your own business, but you don't have to do it forever. And you certainly don't have to put up with people's shit. Now, I was here in the early 90s, and I think a lot of things were different. I worked with some really mean people. I was severely put down and harassed by not only a store manager, but by the meat department manager. God, it's so crazy to just walk by and just look at this. There was just so many feelings and frustrations that I had when I was back here in this back of the store, just wishing that I could be out there living a better life. Oh, that's funny. The meat department is still over here. It's just different. This used to be like a little walk-through area between my seafood department and the meat department. And now they have kind of everything scooted over here in this little cold case. But this meat department manager that was here at the time was so mean. I remember one time, this is so terrible. One time he had me back in the meat cooler and he was yelling at me about something stupid, like maybe my fish was stacked on top of his meat and I was supposed to get in there and move it sooner or something. And he frightened me so much that I peed my pants. I peed my pants right back there in that cooler. If I pee right now, it's just because I gotta pee and because it's a little bit cold in here, but not because I'm scared to death of some asshole. But this is so good. I'm so glad you guys are here with me. And I just hope so much that I'm helping somebody else out there, that I'm helping you realize that you don't have to be where you don't want to be in life. Okay, I'm saying goodbye to that area. That is the last time I'm ever going to be there again in my life. I never thought that I would walk into this store again. Never, ever, ever. But it actually feels good in a way. And I'm just clearing. I should have brought some sage in here, except they probably would have kicked me out then. Oh gosh. Back here in the back, through these doors here, and to the left is a great big walk-in freezer. I used to have to go back and work in there and stock all kinds of boxes. One time I was stacking with somebody, and she threw a box of shrimp at me. Not on purpose, but I just didn't catch it, and it hit me in the nose. It's a wonder I didn't break my nose. I got a bloody nose and had to go home early that day. All right, so, gosh, everything's different in here. This used to be the produce department on this side. Over here. Now we have... Oh, thank you! You're awesome! Oh, that was nice. I mean, I am wearing a pink tube too, you know? Now we have the bakery over here. When I first started at the other store back in 1990, I worked in the bakery for a little while. Used to hand out free cookies to the kids. Oh boy. It's so funny how this just seems like a lifetime ago, or maybe not even my lifetime. It's kind of like it was somebody else, right? So different now. So different. Okay. Let's get out of here, you guys. Oh, one last thing. Employees only. See this little area here? This little door up the stairs? I must have rushed up that staircase about 10,000 times, always trying to punch the clock at the last minute because I live sometimes over an hour away from here. And it was always so tough for me to get to work on time. And there was always a bunch of checkers up in the front there looking at their watches saying, Odessa's late, Odessa's late. Yeah, as hard as I worked here, I was always in trouble for something. But that's it. That's it. I'll never come back. Thank you, you guys, for taking this tour with me. Goodbye forever, Safeway. Goodbye forever. That was so cleansing. I don't know if you guys need to do anything like that in your life, but I highly recommend it. I feel so elated and empowered right now. And it's so funny, I don't remember really giving myself the send-off. Like the last time I walked out that door, I didn't realize it was for the last time. Well, I guess it wasn't the last time, if it was last time, because now that was the last time with you guys. I ask you guys to please feel free to share this. If this inspired you in any way, shape, or form, this was very, very deep for me, a little scary. I was kind of nervous driving up here. I wanted to share this. I just wanted to share my heart and soul and say, this is why I do what I do. This is why I create a free love letter template, or I make these challenges, or I do these posts online every day. And I've got lots more good stuff in store for you guys. I'm working on all sorts of things, all sorts of inspired, magical, empowered products and things to help you. If you want something right now, go to my website on the homepage and download my free love letter to self. I guess I don't need this mask on anymore. I can breathe. get that love letter to self. That will definitely get you thinking on a higher level and starting to build up your own worthiness, so you don't allow yourself to put up with bullshit like I put up with and endured for so many years of my life. So many years of my life. And I'm so thrilled now that I am where I am, that I'm able to hop on here, to live stream, to create things, to help others. Just, you guys, get out there and live your life. If you're doing something that doesn't serve you, ask yourself why. Why? You don't have to, okay? You don't have to. If you're waiting for somebody to give you permission to do something different, do it yourself. Give yourself permission, please. I'm here. I'm your cheerleader. I'm here to support you and cheer you on, motivate you, tell you you're good enough, because you are. If this little gal can come from the background that I came from and go out to build the life that I did and escape crap like this and go on to run teams that I pay more money in a week than I used to make in a month, you can do anything you set your mind to, okay? Anything. I'm sending you so much love. So much love. Mwah. Bye.